Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Alexa Jones Tonight. I'm your host, Alexa Jones, and today we'll be reviewing some of the news that you won't hear in the mainstream media. South Dakota, notorious for having some of the most lax laws in the country regarding COVID lockdown restrictions, is seeing increase in tax revenues unlike most of the country. In fact, they ended the 2020 fiscal year with a budget surplus and are able to look ahead to 2021 from a position of strength, allowing them to invest in ways to strengthen their state. Breaking. New report shows that Anthony Warner, the man accused of blowing up the RV in Nashville, his girlfriend reported to the FBI that he was making bombs in an RV 1 year ago. The FBI did say earlier this week that Warner was actually not on any law enforcement's radar prior to this incident. Tel Aviv research: 99.9% of COVID-19 virus dead in 30 seconds with UV LEDs. Ultraviolet radiation is a common method of killing bacteria and viruses. Now, researchers from Tel Aviv University have proven that the novel coronavirus can be killed efficiently, quickly, and cheaply using ultraviolet light-emitting diodes at specific frequencies. 90% of illegal immigrants arrested by ICE in 2020 had criminal convictions or pending charges already, ICE says. People arrested by ICE in 2020 had an average of 4 criminal convictions or pending criminal charges against them, according to the data the organization released last week. Antifa activists take over hotel near Seattle as owner begs authorities for help. Homeless Antifa activists took over 16 motel rooms near Tacoma, Washington on Christmas Eve and are refusing to pay for the lodging, demanding that the local government pick up the tab and turn the motel into a shelter. According to Como News, members of an organization called Tacoma Housing Now paid for the 16 rooms for one overnight stay for the Antifa members. More than 40 homeless people moved in and indicated they had no plans to pay for additional nights. Mysterious disappearance of flu in San Diego prompted call for audit of COVID records. One of the most bizarre features of the alleged COVID-19 global pandemic has been the mysterious disappearance of the seasonal flu in medical and public health record keeping. It's as if the flu just vanished into thin air after being the most common perennial seasonal respiratory virus. Breaking. Georgia. Georgia State Senate Judiciary Subcommittee unanimously passed motion to audit Fulton County's absentee ballots. It follows the bombshell report of the live hack of Dominion by Jovan Pulitzer, which would allow him to audit the ballots. Senator Josh Hawley, Republican, broke the internet when he announced that he would be objecting to certification of the Electoral College results on January 6th. Stunning. All major Western media outlets take private dinners, sponsor trips from Chinese Communist propaganda front. A host of corporate media outlets, including CNN, New York Times, The Washington Post, MSNBC, have participated in private dinners and sponsored trips with the China-United States Exchange Foundation, a Chinese Communist Party-funded group seeking to garner favorable coverage and disseminate positive messages regarding China. Dark period. Killings spike in New York City amid pandemic. Heralded as the safest, biggest city in America in recent years, New York City is closing out its bloodiest year in nearly a decade, grappling with a surge in homicides and a pandemic authorities say has helped fuel violence. The city had recorded 447 killings as of Tuesday, a 41% increase over last year and the largest number since 2011. The number of people shot has more than doubled last year's total, nearing a 14-year high. New. Argentina becomes the first country in Latin America to legalize abortion after a landmark vote. Democrat star Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms admits she doesn't know how to stop alarming crime wave as 7-year-old girl is shot dead and city faces deadliest year in decades. Saying she was open to suggestions on stopping the crime wave, the mayor was on the defensive over the holiday weekend after 3 people were fatally shot in the city, bringing Atlanta's homicide count to its highest in more than 2 decades. Hunter Biden and the Big Guy, the anatomy of a foreign enrichment scandal. New evidence that surfaced in recent weeks provides a more complete picture of Hunter Biden's business endeavors and their correlation to his father's policy responsibilities as vice president. Breaking. Judge, who is sister of Stacey Abrams, reverses her bias ruling on 4,000 ballots just now. All of the calls had made a difference. Trump administration takes down pedophile who ran child porn distribution. The Trump administration has taken down and charged a man who had sex with multiple children and distributed child pornography. 55% of very conservative Georgia voters who won't vote in the runoffs say they'll stay home due to a rigged process. Recent poll conducted in Georgia by Survey USA of voters who do not plan to show up for next week's runoff elections found that 55% of respondents who identify as very conservative said the reason they will stay home is because they believe the process is rigged, a concerning sign for Republicans who count on the outcome in order to maintain control of the U.S. Senate. On Twitter, a Chicago teachers union leader rallied teachers to refuse to go back to the classroom in order to stay safe, even promoting a boycott. On the same day on Instagram, she posted a picture of her poolside in Puerto Rico on vacation. President Trump has extended an executive order to prioritize unemployed Americans for jobs in the United States rather than allowing businesses to import foreign visa workers. Wuhan. China rings in the new year, celebrating no vaccines, no lockdowns, no curfews, no social distancing, no travel restrictions, all business open, and a booming economy. Top Iranian cleric Ayatollah Masbah Yazdi passes away. Facebook has shut down the ad account for the Georgia Battleground Fund, a joint fundraising committee for Purdue and Loeffler. This is unacceptable with only 4 days to Election Day. A company spokesperson has told the organizer that the ad account was shut down because of an automated error, and now it has since been restored. Murders up in every major U.S. city. Record numbers not seen since early 90s. National media remains silent. New Year's Eve in Key West. Mayor Terry sends the police with assault rifles down Duval at 10 p.m. to enforce curfew. 6 arrested, including Joe Walsh, a bar owner who refused to comply. The U.S. attorney has now admitted to attorneys that the FBI has 20,000 pages of documents relating to Seth Rich and Seth Rich's laptop. Previously, they have claimed that he was supposedly never investigated and that they never had the laptop. And now they are asking for an additional 90 days to prepare for the Freedom of Information request. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Alexa Jones Show. I want to wish you a very happy new year, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in a few times a week just to know what's going on.